Peace and blessings to you all. I hope this message finds you doing well. I wanted to come and talk to you about the power of prayer sourced through your ancestors. So, hey, I haven't done a video in so long, but I'm here. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I spent some time just at my ancestor altar, just pausing to just be thankful. And I wanted to share with you while I'm in this energy. The power of prayer sourced through your ancestors, through your ancestral energy. So we all know the power of prayer, but how I see prayer, it's, us calling forth what we desire through our words, through our emotions, through our word power, through visualizations, and this being sourced through our own mojo. Mojo just being our natural essence that we have, particularly Black people, African American descent, those of us who work in the African diaspora. We have mojo, and that's given to us by our ancestors. So, and then we have our just natural personal power to will these things into existence. So I see prayer in that way. When I pray and I do this, calling this forth, then I will ask my ancestors to help source it. So understanding it's not necessarily, we're praying to our ancestors, but understanding that it's our ancestors who are going to source this through the power of God, through the power of the Creator, because even our ancestors have to get their energy, right? So they're doing this work through other ancestors and also through just the Creator, him or herself, however you view the Creator. So those of you know that my mom has been sick. She's at the end stages of renal failure, and it's just been an ongoing thing for us, and just remaining faithful to God and the ancestors. And this week, my mom had kind of got confused. That happens. It just happens when you're under just a lot of medication and things of that nature. And she had some mini strokes on top of just everything else that she's dealing with. Now I got some frankincense going. If you see any smoke in this video, I love frankincense to help me connect with my ancestors. But it's just been a lot. And, it got to the point where my sister had, my older sister had called me. And she had said that my mom was calling out to my grandmother, that she literally was calling her name. She was calling Mama, and she was calling God, even in that confused state. And that had me thinking, just naturally that her moving into that place of calling on her mother, she's in the ancestral realm. Those of you who know, I call her Mama. So she was calling out Mama, and she was calling out God. So that evening, I decided that, it's time for me to go in spirit. As my mom was just even in the state of confusion, she knew to call on God, and she knew to call on an ancestor. So I took some time, and I began to go into prayer and began to go in to send some energy to my mother. I visualized myself, and I went to the hospital as if I was already there. I just went to the hospital today, but I wasn't able to make it into the weekend because it's a 2-hour drive. So, but what I did was, as far as I'm going to share what I did, and then I'm going to share with you how I called in the energy of the ancestral mothers. So what I did in my own power through the power of visualization was, I just imagined myself driving there as if just like I did today in the physical. I went there, pulled up, I parked, I walked into the hospital, I went to her room, and I laid hands on her, and I began to lay hands on her head and just sending her healing light, sending her white light, sending her green lights myself. I did this, and then I called on the power of my ancestral mother. So then I asked them to come and surround her and reach out their hands and stretch out their hands to her and send her white light. And I began to see the mothers, all of them, draped in white and just surrounding her and sending her that healing energy as well. And it was a very powerful experience for me. And I had faith that it was done. So shortly after that, I want to say within 24 hours, I spoke to my sister, and she was just like, Mom is cool. Mom is off of oxygen. Mom is talking. I'm like, how is she cognitively? Because I had called, and the nurse was like, well, she's still a little confused and this and this and that. So I was just like, okay, I'm going to keep that faith. That the power of my intention and that energy work and that prayer and calling on the ancestral mothers, that it works. So when I had spoke to my sister, she was just like, what? Mom is talking about her money. Mom is talking about her business. My mom's talking about her rental property. So I'm like, oh, Mom is good. I mean, she wasn't on any oxygen or anything like that. So I'm just grateful. I just wanted to share with you, just to encourage you, that when you call on them, they will come. But understanding that when you do your prayer, or if you have the ability to do energy work, knowing that although in this sense we're calling on our ancestors, but it is God, it's Goddess, it's divine creation, it's divine healing light in the universe that is sourcing the power of your ancestors. And then it's also you and whatever you're giving them, whatever energy you're giving them. I got on my altar a Chico stick. My grandmother loved Chico sticks and she loved cake. I got some cake on there, and I'm giving them this energy to help them in the ancestral realm. And that's how that works. And I'm so honored, I'm so blessed to report that this prayer, this intention, and my mojo that's naturally given to me has helped. And my mom is feeling better today, looking good. I mean, she looked great. So I'm so thankful. So I hope that increased your faith, and that you will continue to seek this ancestral path, because truly all we need is God and our ancestors and the mojo that has been given to us. Peace and blessings to you.